What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Gitcoin today, GTC. Yes, we are. We're sitting at about $1 and what is that, 75 or 25 cents? What? $1.75. Nice move up the other day. I actually meant to make a video this day, and I can't remember why I wasn't able to. I might have. It was a busy day on Saturday. I don't know. We'll just chalk it up to that. Anyways, I don't think the move is done here, right? I think you consolidated. I think this is what a lot of cryptos look like right now, right? They've had their move down, they're consolidating. They've just yet to have this move. It was just GTC's turn, right? It popped first. There's going to be other coins that pop as well. Probably most of them will start popping over the coming days, over the coming weeks. But GTC definitely had a nice breakout move there. Absolutely a breakout move. You can see that with the candle, with the size of it and the overall volume profile. Bullish as hell on the daily RSI. I don't think it stops here. That's what I'm trying to get to all in all, is where's it going to go next, right? Hit your 1618, or sorry, your 618, tipped it, pulled back to your 5, maybe you go to your 382, whatever. You know, you might not be absolved of going lower, but I do think inevitably you will work your way higher. If you found your low, if you've consolidated enough temporarily after this move already, and you're ready to move higher, then the place you're going to go is about $4.06 to $6 and potentially beyond that. But $4 to $6 is what I'm looking at. You're at $1.79 now. Let's see if you look like you want to go a little lower over the coming days or not. Let's just see if we can figure that out. The 4-hour RSI looks bullish as hell. Yes, you have bearish divergence. Yes, you have a higher high with a lot lower volume. It's still decent volume, to be fair, but I don't know if I like the 1-hour RSI. The 4 hours fine, but it could turn ugly soon. Like, this could be the point where it starts to turn ugly. It's hard to say. And the daily looks fine too. It's not easy. It's not easy to determine right now. So I think waiting for today to close would be nice, and assuming where we're going to go, right? Like, are we ready to continue right now, or are you going to see some kind of a drawback from this price? Assuming that you respect this fib, because you did tip the golden ratio. If you were to pull back from here, you're at $1.77. The potential areas that you would pull back to, I would say, are anywhere from $1.70 to $1.48, but you've already done that. So truthfully, if you were to pull back from here today, like if you were to come down today and close, I mean, you're at $1.78. If you close below $1.72, $1.70, you close below that today, I think you are going down to $1.48. And then inevitably, regardless if you go down or up from here, inevitably I do believe you're going to $4 or $6. So GTC is looking good, looking exciting in the near term. Popping off first, it's not a promise that this thing will be a top performer, but it's a good look. Generally speaking, the coins, in my experience, right, this will be my third bull market. In my experience, it's the coins that pop off first. They tend to do well, right? They might not have all the spotlight on them, but they do well in comparison to the rest of the pack. So in this case, you know, did GTC popping off first, was it just a coincidence, or does that mean something for the cycle to come? Maybe, but this is what it's looked like, you know, so far. It really hasn't broken its accumulation range. So even with this recent move last week of a 27% move overall, and you're up more this week already, even with that recent green side, you're still at low prices in comparison to where we were at the cycle highs last cycle. From the all-time high to the all-time low, if this coin sees new all-time highs, and I think it will this cycle, the first target would be $77.50 and potentially all the way up to $270. That'd be my expectation. 77 to 270. It's worth $1.79 right now. So it's got a lot of potential. I think it's got a lot of potential. If we look at GTC here, GTC, no, not GTVC, GTC. The market cap is 100, let's call it 108 million, okay? 108, not 1,008, 108, this is millions, okay? 108 million times, because that's at this price, that's 108 million, times the 1618, which would be a 15,238% growth, which is actually a, what is that? That's a 152, it's a 153x, okay? 153x. So 108 million, right? That's what that is. The market cap 108 times a 153x. Again, this is millions, so every 1,000 or 10,000 will be referenced in billions, okay, if that makes sense. So 16,500, that's $16.5 billion for GTC to see a price at 270. That is a totally achievable market cap, you guys. Completely 100% achievable. I'm getting hungry looking at this right now. It makes me want to buy some more GTC. I've bought some. I've been advocating GTC since it was down at about, I want to say $1.05. Maybe it was $1.10. It could have been $1.15. I don't remember. It was back here before it started to move up, and then it came down, and I was advocating for it down here too, but not as much as I was back here. I did sell some before it actually moved up, but I've held on to some, and I did add more. I guess, I don't know if I added more after the pump or before the pump. I sold some and then I bought some back within the same week. But anyways, it's not a large amount that I have in GTC. It's a little bit, but I'm thinking about adding more to it. I really do like this coin. I owned it in the last cycle when it was up here. I sold it before it dropped. I sold it, I forget where I sold it. I think I sold it somewhere down around here before it actually dumped a lot, but definitely didn't do well with it last cycle because it didn't really have a bull cycle, but I think it will this cycle. I do think that it'll see new all-time highs. I think that it is capable of not just seeing $77.5, but $270. That maximum expected target is a 153x, where the minimum expected target from the current price is still a 45x. So not bad at all. I don't know, just thought I'd throw this one out there because it's probably not going to be too long until it starts climbing higher. So not a bad time to DCA. I might wait a couple days, see how it goes. Definitely wait for today, see how it closes. And if it closes here or higher, I might get in. But if it closes at $1.70, $1.72 or lower, which I know that seems so insignificant, but it's already at $1.76. But to me, it's significant enough. Are you going to close above this high, or are you going to close below it? Because if you are, you rejected your 618, you could go down to your 382. That's a very, very common maneuver. And I get it, $1.48 versus $1.77. It's not that big of a difference, but let's show actually how big of a difference it is from the current price, right? A 153x, because that's where the all-time high was, or not the all-time high, the projected high was 153x from where we are now. It's essentially right there, okay? Hey, it's all the way at the 5. That's kind of funny. That lines up right there with that. That's kind of crazy. It's 150. That's actually a 154x, but whatever. Whereas if we were at the 382, we're at $1.77 now. I'm talking about prices down at $1.48. Not that much lower. Oops, that's a little bit lower than I meant for it to go to. $1.48 to that same area. Come on now. That's the difference, man. It's between a 154x, let's call it a 154x, whatever, at that same area, to a 186x. 154, 186. It's a huge difference, right? For what is not that significant of a difference now, we're only talking about, it was 177, now it's 176. We're only talking about, I guess, I don't know, 16%. That is kind of significant, but for something that's this low of a market cap, it's very attainable. It's very easy, malleable to move down that amount and still look good, right? Holding the 382 would be a very bullish maneuver, especially after rejecting the 618. The 382 is a previous area of resistance back here. Looks like previous areas of resistance is here as well. Actually, if we put it right at the 382, right there. Resistance, 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 support, 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 somewhat of a significant area. So testing that area while we're still in this grand phase of accumulation down here, right? I think that would be fine. So I am expecting prices to move down to around $1.50, just below there. You're at $1.76 now. And I might buy some more. I will let you guys know if I buy more, but I haven't at this point, but I will let you know whenever I do. So hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for coming, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.